Good morning, Mount Pleasant family. My name is Larry Ford, and I'm a member of your Pulpit committee. On behalf of the committee, I'd like to thank you for your prayers and your patience as we do our part to allow the Lord to fulfill His promise to you that He will send you pastors according to His own heart who will feed us in knowledge and understanding. You know, next week marks 6 months since the committee began the search process. And today, what we'd like to do is give you a little glimpse of what we've been doing over the last 6 months. So step into our office and take a peek at what we've been up to.
First of all, I'd like to start by saying thank everyone for being here. We appreciate you willing to participate and give your time and your effort and your talents. I think we first should get started with the word of prayer. We will need prayer through this process. May we bow our heads, please.
So what do you think we ought to do first?
Well, I think it would be good for us to get some input from the church and use that as a basis.
Do the survey and let them fill out?
Absolutely.
No, that's
I mean,
a pretty good idea.
That's a good idea.
Okay, survey, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all, I got the survey results.
Now we've got the survey, now we need our computer man to tell us, what did it say?
A pastor that has 5 to 10 years of experience. He needs to have a bachelor's degree at a minimum. And it's important that he has a seminary degree. And his top 3 qualities are preaching, teaching, and prayer.
Amen.
Makes sense to me?
Amen. So how are we going to find some candidates?
We have people apply online. You know, we can put our application online, the church website.
And you know, we could set up an email account so we could correspond with the candidates without having to impact the office staff.
That's
a
great
idea.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
It's end of March. We got 1 more week. Deadline ends the end of March.
That's
What are we up to now, about 195?
I think so.
I don't think we're quite that, yeah, I think more like 180 or so. Oh my God.
Hey, we got some more for
No, more.
Gotta be over 200. It's gotta
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we haven't even met the deadline. We still have another week.
How do you think we should start? I think we should use the survey and make sure everybody has at least those first 5 things. We've gone through the 5 criteria and we still got 150?
Yes. I think we need to start listening to some sermon samples from some of the
In their
candidates.
packets, we asked them to submit that.
Help me. I can't go through all these in 1 week.
And now that we've completed listening to many of the sermons and DVDs, what's going to be our next criteria for narrowing down? Because we still have 85 applicants.
85 applicants.
Well, I guess we can start asking some more probing questions.
Yes, we need to get to know them a little bit better too.
Okay, from the last meeting, the questions that we developed, I sent them out to all the candidates.
Now that we have all these essays and we've gone over all these essays, I thought there were some pretty good answers in many of these. And some
And
of
some
them,
very interesting answers.
some of them left, you know, some of them were showed that they may not quite be compatible with our philosophy, and some of them were quite compatible.
There was a lot of good responses to it, but there are some that I just may not fit what
Well, you know, we just like we did the sermons, we rated them on the scale of 1 through 3, and those that didn't do well, we'll cancel them, and then we'll just keep the high-ranking one and move on to the next phase.
We need to check some of that information that's being sent to us because, you know, anything,
Oh, yeah.
put anything down on paper.
Right.
So we need to verify that.
How can we check some of that, Adasia?
I think we can go on the internet, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
You don't expect Deacon Green to get on Twitter?
Won't be food.
Are we down to 10 people yet?
Yes, we are.
Now,
Thank
where
you.
do we go from here?
Well, I think this is where we really start looking at backgrounds,
Yes.
references. We probably need to listen to sermon samples again.
And
Also
ask
look
some
at
additional questions.
questions.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
So there you have it, Mount Pleasant. After 6 months of hard work, much prayer and fasting, the committee is pleased to announce that after an initial pool of over 200 applicants, we've narrowed our selection down to 10 final candidates. We're excited about the quality of these candidates, and although there's a lot more work to be done, we thank God for where we are in the process today. So where do we go from here? Well, last week we began the process of conducting professional background checks and references on each of the candidates. From there, we'll narrow our selection down to the top 5, and the committee will make visits to their respective churches. Following that, these 5 final candidates will be fully vetted before being extended an invitation to preach in front of you and continue on with the selection process. So once again, we thank you for your prayers and your patience and your faithfulness that God will continue to use this committee to fulfill his promise to you. God bless, and look to hear from us again soon.